Welcome to Slate Star Codex, but sexy. I can tolerate anything except the Outgroup. Content warning. Politics, religion, social justice. Spoilers for The Secret of Father Brown. This isn't especially original to me, and I don't claim anything more than to be explaining and rewording things I have heard from a bunch of other people. Unapologetically America-centric, because I'm not informed enough to make it otherwise. Try to keep this off Reddit and other similar sorts of things. In Chesterton's The Secret of Father Brown, a beloved nobleman who murdered his good-for-nothing brother in a duel 30 years ago returns to his hometown racked by guilt. All the townspeople want to forgive him immediately, and they mock the titular priest for only being willing to give a measured forgiveness conditional on penance and self-reflection. They lecture the priest on the virtues of charity and compassion. Later it comes out that the beloved nobleman did not, in fact, kill his good-for-nothing brother. The good-for-nothing brother killed the beloved nobleman and stole his identity. Now the townspeople want to see him lynched or burned alive, and it is only the priest who, consistently, offers a measured forgiveness conditional on penance and self-reflection. The priest tells them, "It seems to me that you only pardon the sins that you don't really think sinful. You only forgive criminals when they commit what you don't regard as crimes, but rather as conventions. You forgive a conventional duel just as you forgive a conventional divorce. You forgive because there isn't anything to be forgiven." He further notes that this is why the townspeople can self-righteously consider themselves more compassionate and forgiving than he is. Actual forgiveness, the kind the priest needs to cultivate and forgive evildoers, is really, really hard. The fake forgiveness the townspeople use to forgive the people they like is really easy. So they get to boast not only of their forgiving nature, but of how much nicer they are than those mean old priests who find forgiveness difficult and want penance along with it. After some thought, I agree with Chesterton's point. There are a lot of people who say, "I forgive you," when they mean no harm done. And a lot of people who say that was unforgivable, when they mean that was genuinely really bad. Whether or not forgiveness is right is a complicated topic I do not want to get in here. But since forgiveness is generally considered a virtue, and one that many want credit for having, I think it's fair to say you only earn the right to call yourself forgiving if you forgive things that genuinely hurt you. To borrow Chesterton's example, if you think divorce is A-okay, then you don't get to forgive people their divorces. You merely ignore them. Someone who thinks divorce is abhorrent can forgive divorce. You can forgive theft, or murder, or tax evasion, or something you find abhorrent. I mean, from a utilitarian point of view, you're still doing the correct action of not giving people grief because they're a divorcee. You can have all the utility points you want. All I'm saying is that if you forgive something you don't care about, you don't earn any virtue points. By way of illustration, a billionaire who gives $100 to charity gets as many utility points as an impoverished pensioner who donates the same amount, but the latter gets a lot more virtue points. Tolerance is also considered a virtue, but it suffers the same sort of diminished expectations forgiveness does. The emperor summons before him Bodhidharma and asks, "Master, I have been intolerant of innumerable gays, lesbians, bisexuals, asexuals, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, transgender people, and Jews. How many virtue points have I earned for my meritorious deeds?" Bodhidharma answers, "None at all." The emperor, somewhat put out, demands to know why. Bodhidharma asks, "Well, what do you think of gay people?" The Emperor answers, "What do you think I am, some kind of homophobic bigot? Of course I have nothing against gay people." And Bodhidharma answers, "Thus do you gain no merit by tolerating them."